Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here to talk to you today about Bitcoin mining in 2018 and to see if it's still profitable or not, and to kind of go off of the way the trend is going with Bitcoin Cash, cloud mining, hardware mining with the AMP miner or Avalon miner or USB miner, whatever you want to do. I'm here to talk to you today about, is it still profitable in 2018? And which you should do. That's up to you, but I'm just here to give you the numbers and kind of go over my findings on my personal performance with cloud mining and mining with hardware, so you can kind of go off of what I'm getting back in daily output from each of those, and you can kind of make a decision on your own. So we're looking at it here at Coinbase. This is where I have a lot of my, I have a wallet here, and this is where a lot of my money goes. This is where I do my exchange if I want to exchange Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash into my bank account. So this is what I use, is Coinbase. You can see right here, Bitcoin price is going back up, so that's good. Since last week, we're already up over $1,000. I see this to continue to go up, and I think Bitcoin is gonna find a place around the $11,000, maybe up to $15,000 again, and I think it will hold steady there for a while. There's a lot of people that think Bitcoin is going to go up to $25,000 a coin, $100,000 a coin. That's great if it does, but I'm not going to be one of those people that says that and then get disappointed. So my goal, or what I would like to see, and I'll be happy with, is if Bitcoin gets back to 10,000 or 15,000, and I'll be happy with that. And then like right here, this is Bitcoin Cash. I switched over to mining Bitcoin Cash just for this reason right here, is that you can see it's been pretty steady between 1,200 and 1,300. I mean, it's been holding pretty steady over this last month. And so I'm actually really happy with that. We're up to $1,300. The difficulty for Bitcoin Cash to mine it yourself is actually significantly less than Bitcoin is. So, I mean, if you want to look at this over a month, it was up to $2,400, and it lost about 50% in value. At its lowest, it was down to $800. But if you look at this, it doesn't look as volatile as Bitcoin does in 1 month. Because if we go back to Bitcoin, we're up to, at one point we were, $20,000, and then it just took a nosedive, and it's been going up and down, and it went back down to $6,000 for about a day, and then we came back up. So I mean, if you look at it though, the movement, it says since last month 32% is what it's down, and Bitcoin Cash is down 45%. I just like this stability. It looks like this is more stable to me, but that's ultimately up to you guys to make that choice. Okay, guys, and then so as you guys said, I'm more into mining Bitcoin Cash because I think it's more stable right now. Just over the last month, I feel like it's been more stable. Right here, we're going to look at the differences if I'm going to be mining Bitcoin Cash or mining Bitcoin with my AMP miner S9. So right here, the hash rate's about 13.5, 1400 watts used, 10 cents is the high end of what I'm using. My power is actually a little bit less than that, but I'm using 10 cents because that's a pretty good average for most people. And my pool fee is about 1%. So if we look at this, it's saying that in 1 year, I will get 2.7 Bitcoin Cash coins, which equals out to roughly 3.39 Bitcoins, and the value of that in profit after you take out my power costs and pool fees is going to be $24.30. So that's pretty good. That's an extra $2,400 in the pocket. If we look at Bitcoin though, however, because of this upward trend that we're seeing, because Bitcoin just jumped up at $1,000 in the last week, the profits are about $400 more. And like I said, that's because Bitcoin jumped up from 8,000 to up to 9,000 this week. And so if it continues to go up, if Bitcoin Cash is at, 1,500 and Bitcoin jumps up to 20,000, then obviously, yeah, it's going to be more profitable for me to switch back over to mining Bitcoin. So I'm going to let this play out for, another week or so and see if this trend continues. And I might actually end up switching back over to Bitcoin mining. But like I said, this mainly is more valuable right now because of that increase that we had. If we switch back over here, so we can look at this chart, as you can see, in the last week, Bitcoin has gone up about $1,000. So it's giving us that higher, and where this is only, this has gone up about $300 in the last week. So it's just like playing the stock market, or if you're into like gold and silver, you gotta look at what's more profitable, when it's more profitable, and in the long run, are you gonna wanna sit there and wait for something to go up a couple $100, or are you gonna want something that's gonna be jumping like $1,000? So it's a lot of risk and reward. Bitcoin's more volatile right now than I feel like Bitcoin Cash is. So it's really up to you which you prefer to mine. All right here is this is my ViaBTC mining pool, because this is one of the only pools that I found where I could join that was mining Bitcoin Cash. I actually really like this pool, and it's been profitable for me. They pay out on a daily basis, actually, so you don't keep stockpiling your Bitcoins like on some of the other pools like Slush Pool. I was a member of Slush Pool when I was mining Bitcoin, and you could set your own payout. So if you wanted to wait till you got like half a Bitcoin, you could set it to that. That'd take forever though. They do daily payouts. Once you get to 0.01, they do a payout, and then that sends it directly to your wallet. So you can also change your method of payment, which is kind of neat. A lot of pools, they're only set it to like one type of payment. So you can either do pay per share or pay per last network share. This is more profitable, but it changes greatly. So pay per share gives you a more consistent payout. Pay per last network share is gonna, basically what that is saying whatever your last share was to the pool, that's what you're getting paid based off. So it could change, like if your miners go down for a couple minutes or something like that, which sometimes the AMP miner, it'll hash really fast and then it'll slow itself down to kind of cool itself. So if that happens, you might get a lower share than what 10 minutes ago when I was hashing at a faster rate. You can also do solo mining, which I've played around with. I actually have some USB miners that I am in the process of making. It's basically like a lottery type thing, is what a lot of people call it. If you look at the odds, your odds are better to get a full Bitcoin, or a full block, actually. I'll say it this way. It's easier to get a full block or Bitcoin Cash block. Your odds are better if you're using a USB miners, or you could even use like AMP miners or whatever you want. But I use USB miners just because they're watt use and they're pretty cost effective for what I'm doing it with. And there's YouTube videos out there if you're interested in that. But basically, it's just a USB miner. It's set up to mine, and the probability of me finding an actual block by solo mining with my USB miners is actually the probability of that is more likely to occur than for me to win the lottery. So that's why I did that. A lot of people are doing it, and it cost me maybe $10 a year is what the total cost is to run those USB miners. So if you're looking at that, you can get, for that $10, you can get basically 3 lottery tickets, 3 Powerball tickets, playing the power play option. So that's $9. Or you can have a couple of USB miners running and have better odds at getting a full block, which is 12.5 coins. And if we did that with the values, so I'm Bitcoin Cash mining, so I'll use the $1,300. So 12.5, and we multiply that by that $1,300. That's 16,000 that I just won. Or you could possibly win a Powerball. Or if you look at it this way and look at the scratch offs, where a lot of those options are like $50,000 or whatever, the probability of getting the 16,000 is higher than you getting 50,000 with the same cost wise. So just another thing to look at. All right, guys, and lastly, this is I'm actually cloud mining along with my hardware mining. So if you look at this chart right here, it's going up and down, and the reason for it going up and down is because what I've been doing is a reinvest strategy with cloud mining. My contracts are only good for 1 year, so what I do with this is I will basically not reinvest my Bitcoin that is mined through the cloud miner. I'll hold it, and then after so many days, I'll reinvest it for so many days, and then I'll hold it again, and then reinvest it. And the theory behind this is if you keep doing this, then your contracts will never expire, just because you always get a 1-year contract with each one that you purchase. So that's the strategy I'm using there. I got 7.54 terahashes, and this is my forecast for what I'm going to bring in. And this does not include the cost for the maintenance fees, which is 0.035 cents per 10 gigahashes per 24 hours. So if we want to look at how much that's costing me, we can figure this out real quick. So per day it's costing me about $2.64, and I'm making per day about $6.32. So as you can see, this cloud mining is not extremely profitable right now. Obviously, if we went to one of these calculators, and so this is the Bitcoin mining calculator, if I was going to use the same number as what my amp miner is putting out is 13.5, and I'm not using any power, so that's not going to cost me anything. And we'll just put this at 0 because it's not really a pool fee, it's a maintenance fee. So if I calculate that, then it's showing my profits are at $4,000. And then if you want to calculate how much that's going to cost you for a year with the maintenance fees, it's really easy. And we'll just do these calculations real quick so you guys can see that. So it cost me about $4.72 a day in electricity, which is more expensive. If you recall the calculator before, I'll bring up this Bitcoin Cash one because it's the same numbers for power usage and cost. So if we're looking at cost, daily cost was $3.36, where this is costing me $4.72. And you multiply that by 365 days. So that's $1,700 a year, where the other one was about $1,200. So it's going to cost me a little bit more to do cloud mining, and so my profits are going to be a little bit less at the end of the year. But some of the things you got to kind of think about is with cloud mining, you don't have to worry about the upkeep of your amp miner or whatever you're using. They get hot, so you got to worry about cooling it. Like, I live in Arizona, so the summers it gets up to like 110, 120 degrees. I'm going to have to worry about cooling that, how I'm going to cool it. There's a lot of different techniques on how you can cool these amp miners, so you got to look into that. Another thing is it's noisy, so if you're somebody who doesn't want a lot of noise, or you have family, and you're running that thing 24/7, at night it gets pretty loud. So those are some things to think about. Is it worth that extra $500 just to cloud mine and have the convenience, or do you want to actually do everything yourself? So I'll catch you guys next week, and don't forget, comment below. I'll try and reply as fast as I can. And if you're not a member of Coinbase, use my referral link, and we each get some extra Bitcoin. So catch you guys next week, and stay safe.